Hello all. With most of the nation now firmly embraced in winter's ferocious icy grip, including longtime bastion of warmth Florida, now engulfed in frigid air, it's a good time to find a toasty place to sit back and read the latest tech news headlines while sipping your favorite beverage. So, onward. This email and video commentary is from the RedDotSecurity.news website, which contains a plethora of links to other items not mentioned here that are worth skimming to see if they interest you or pertain to your particular environment or of those you support. There's a lot more than what's provided in these opening comments. So, on to the headline news. Google Pixel January update was supposed to fix multiple vulnerabilities, not break Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. But, alas, a large number of Pixel users are reporting issues after applying the update. Google has acknowledged the problems, but so far, no fix has been released. If you haven't applied the update yet, you might want to wait until the fix is available. Ivanti has released updates to patch 2 Endpoint Mobile Manager security defects that are under active exploitation already. A disturbing report from Watchtower CEO Benjamin Harris indicates that even if you apply the patches, as long as your EPMM is accessible via the internet, you're not safe. Ivanti has announced that they plan to release an updated version that should fix the defects. In the meantime, you should apply the available patches as soon as possible and check for signs of compromise. Net Support Manager has 2 actively exploited zero-day vulnerabilities that, when chained together, enable remote code execution. This is particularly bad because there's no authentication required. The patch for this defect has been available since July 2025. If you're running a version below 14.12.0000, update immediately. Palo Alto Networks has made available patches for their firewalls after finding a new denial of service defect. This affects PAN-OS next-generation firewalls and Global Protect remote access gateways. Proof of concept code already exists for this vulnerability, although there's no indication of active exploitation yet. SolarWinds revealed several critical web remote code execution defects along with authentication bypasses in their web help desk remote software. And if that wasn't enough, researchers found yet another defect, this one involving hard-coded credentials that can enable a low-privilege user to elevate to administrative access. Now, patches are available, and clients are urged to apply them as soon as possible due to the critical nature of these types of remote access products and the desirability of them to threat actors. Microsoft had been routing traffic sent to example.com to a company in Japan for some reason. The official function of this domain is for testing purposes, and according to RFC 2606, is to be non-routable. This bizarre error may have resulted in untold numbers of test credentials being sent to Sumitomo Electric in Japan. Hopefully, the receiving company, if they were even aware they were getting the information sent to them, was kind enough to drop it in a bit bucket. China showed up quite a few times this week in our news. The mention that stood out was China executing 11 people that were associated with Myanmar cyber scams, fraud, and pig butchering schemes. Unlike many countries, the 11 that were convicted of intentional homicide, intentional injury, unlawful detention, fraud, and casino establishment experienced swift justice, paying the ultimate price for their criminal activity shortly after sentencing. AI everywhere. This looks to be the year of ubiquitous AI. Every day there are news articles of AI and AI agents being integrated into yet another product or area. Helpful agents released to labor alongside and on behalf of employees. Vibe coding, info stealers, exploiting AI misconfigurations, AI finding and exploiting vulnerabilities, human error leading to AI ingesting classified information, and how to empathetically deal with both AI and human employees. They're all among topics listed in this week's news. Yep, AI everywhere. This coming Monday, February 2nd, is Groundhog Day. It's when Pennsylvanian rodent Puxatawny Phil is expected to predict whether we'll have an additional 6 weeks of winter. Legions of people will gather around to gape at his every move in hushed anticipation. I find his predictions to be similarly accurate to prognosticators of AI's increasing capabilities, eventual sentience, and world domination. Legions worldwide are hanging on to every development and news tidbit in trepidatious anticipation. Will it happen in 6 weeks? 6 months? 6 years? 6 decades? Ever? Nobody really knows. But what I do know is that it is cold outside, so bundle up and keep the shields up.